Okay, hello everybody. This morning we are doing dishes with Blastertoad. Doing the dishes with Blastertoad. Sure, let's call it that. As always, doing a bit of a stream update or a channel update while performing a menial task at home. Because, hey, sometimes time is of a premium. So, what's happening this morning? This is not a cancellation notice. We are still going to have our stream tonight. So no worries there, everybody. We are going to have our Space Engineers stream. Although on a Space Engineers related note, we are going to be taking a hiatus from Space Engineers Survival for a bit. And there's two reasons for this. Reason number one, so the big reason, let's do order of magnitude here. Reason number one is the financing. Okay? So right now, with how life is going, I cannot afford to keep our server up and running. It's just, you know, everything else, life in general, takes its toll. And to keep our server running for the next year, so yeah, we can buy it for a year, that's great, is going to cost $200. Not a big amount of money in the long scheme of things, but to pull that out of my ass right now is next to impossible. So, reason one, financing. Okay? Reason number two is Space Engineers is in a huge flux right now. Okay? And what I mean by that is that, and it's a good thing, it really is, Keen is getting their act together. Well, I shouldn't say that. Keen has progressed to the point where they are now doing just massive amounts of bug fixes, small changes to code, optimizations, rendering changes. They've got a dedicated team working on multiplayer. There is a lot of good stuff happening in Space Engineers. And then also the aesthetics. All the blocks are getting changed to their new final version DirectX 11 models. Okay? So lots of awesome stuff happening with Space Engineers. But what that means for us as players is that there is no guarantee that our worlds, our saves, our ships, or the mods we use are going to continue to work for any period of time. So for right now, we're going to take a brief hiatus from at least the survival aspect of Space Engineers, or, yeah, just the survival aspect of Space Engineers. We're going to take a brief hiatus. The next thing I want to bring to everybody's attention, sorry, I've had to record this video like 3 times now because I keep getting a time restriction on my phone. So, yeah. So, the next thing that I want to bring to your attention is that a few people out there have asked for ways to donate to the channel, and that is going to be implemented very shortly. I'm going to go over the details of that later in a dedicated video, okay? But there will be a donation option here very shortly, and then just after that there will be a video detailing exactly how the money is going to be used and distributed through ToadNet. So, yeah, that being said, if you really want to see Space Engineer Survival back in the imminent future, let your money talk and help us fund the server. This is not at all an ultimatum for you guys saying, hey, pay me or we're not going to have Space Engineers. It is just how life has taken a turn. I cannot currently get that server up and going. So if we want to see it immediately, instead of at a leisurely pace of when I can get it, then I will need a little bit of financial assistance with that. So crowdsourcing, yay, I'm hip now. Anyway, what was the last thing I wanted to talk about today? There was, oh right, a new series, or I guess more accurately a returning series, that we only had 3 episodes in, but whatever. The Space Engineers build requests. So, this is something that I want to do monthly now, is requests from you, the community, that I'll build up in Space Engineers to the best of my ability. I really enjoyed doing the Vic Viper, the Hornet from Star Citizen, and the SR-71 space plane. Those were great builds. Thank you everybody for suggesting those. And I would love to do something like that again in the very near future here. So yeah, I want to turn that into a monthly series. Okay? So we've got a few requests that I deem usable in our Discord right now, but I want to see a bunch more. So there will be a few stipulations on submitting requests. So first stipulation is the format. It has to be submitted to one of our social media outlets. Okay? So that means Twitter, Facebook, or Discord. Okay? Number 2 is the content of your request. Okay? The content cannot be something that's already being built repeatedly in Space Engineers. So like the Shield helicarrier, for example, or the UNC frigate. UNC? Yeah, the UNC frigates from Halo. Okay? So something that's not being overdone in Space Engineers. We wanted to keep stuff more unique to the channel. And then it also has to, when you submit it, have a brief description of the craft. Has to have a image of the craft if it is something that has been produced before. Whether it's in film, a piece of concept art, in another video game, whatever. If you can get us source images, that helps out a ton. And then also, if you're feeling really generous, if you can give me a description of the purpose of the craft. Okay? So then we can have a purpose built like this here is a fighter, a frigate, it is a transport vessel, it is a smuggling vessel, so we can hide little cargo spots in it. Things like that. So, yeah, that is that for this morning. And I'll see you all later tonight for our Space Engineers stream. And we're going to be back in survival, as you may have guessed from this short video here. So, brief summary, and let's turn off that water so I can summarize without the background noise, and then a truck drives by. Lovely. Okay, so brief summary of what we went over in the video. There will be a hiatus to Space Engineers, or at least the survival aspect of it. There will very shortly be a donation option for the channel. So if you wish to donate, please feel free to do so. And I will be making a separate video that details the channel's benefits, your benefits, and how the funds will be used. Okay. And then lastly, we want to bring back or make a permanent fixture the SE build request as a new video series. So if you all can get over to our Facebook, Twitter, or Discord channels and submit your preferred ships that you'd like to see built here on ToadNet by Blastertoad, because Mike usually does his own thing. let's be honest. There's like, oh, you want us to build this? Okay, Mike will be in the background building the Kildobby for the 1900th time. Yeah. So if you want to see me build a ship over in Space Engineers, please send me again a link or an actual copy of a photo of whichever ship it is, a brief description of the vessel itself, and then if you're feeling really generous, a description of its purpose or function. So thank you all for watching this morning. Again, I guess this is going to be like the third or fourth time I've said this. Maybe just the second time in this video. That's when you keep running into limits and you keep repeating yourself. You're like, where was I now? What have I already said? Blah, blah. Rambly sign off. Yay, like, it's got to be my signature or something. Anyway, yes, see you later tonight in Space Engineers. We'll be over in Survival, Creative. And, I think I know what I'm building tonight, but, you know, sometimes the mood just changes, and you gotta go with it. Ow, freaking hot water. You gotta go with whatever you feel like. So, I will see you all later. Thanks for watching this short video, and stay tuned to those updates coming very shortly. So yeah, see you tonight.